hit by a bus.
As a kid, I indulged in many forms of media. Video games, YouTube, cable TV. Yes, that existed back in the day. But on a tiny little underground network called Nickelodeon, they had a show that was absolutely amazing. And I'm not talking about Henry Danger, at least not yet. I'm talking about Power Rangers. If you don't know what it is, it's basically about these average people who inherit the morphers, which can transform them into Power Rangers. They protect the world from aliens who want to piss on it, or something. I'm reading the wrong script. I explained it terribly, but trust me, it's absolutely amazing. I liked it enough to even buy this disc. You can tell it was amazing because it doesn't freaking work anymore. If I put this into my PS5, it would actually catch fire. I even dressed up as them for Halloween. Now, I'm not gonna go over here and say that I was an OG Power Rangers enthusiast. I mean, I'm not that old. I was actually sentient when Fortnite released. I think what made this show special was the amount of dopamine each episode gave to me as a kid. It had a specific formula that has stuck to every episode. It would go as following. Human characters have a tiny conflict. Bad guys plot evil scheme and invade Earth. Power Rangers fight them, and human conflict gets resolved. Giant robot! The end. Dance party. You could consider it lazy writing, but I mean, it's Nickelodeon. You can't really blame them here. These are made for kids. I wasn't thinking like this as a kid. I was just thinking about how cool the samurai were, especially my boy Antonio. I remember at school, me and my friends would try and reenact the things that happened in the show. So basically, we would fight and break the entire playground. But with so many iterations of the Power Rangers, some of course are going to be better than others. In my headcanon that I thought of completely out of nowhere, I feel like that they completely stopped after Dino Charge, which was one of the greatest things that has ever been on Nickelodeon. Only because of that fire intro. Power Rangers Dino Charge. After that, I personally lost complete interest in it. I mean, I was a big boy. I started watching anime. My first one was My Hero Academia. Eventually, a bunch of movies are made on this. I only really remember that 2017 one where they tried to be serious for some reason. I haven't seen it in a while, so maybe I'll rewatch it and give it its own video, but I just remember Krispy Kreme was kind of important. Maybe I'll rewatch the movie, but it doesn't have the best reviews, so I might just have to trust 3C Films on this one.
None of which mattering to their ethnicity, by the way.
But there's something that without a doubt, they did right. This freaking masterpiece. I remember this vividly. About 4 months ago on a Friday night, I was getting ready to have some fun on Mortal 1 Kombat, the best game ever. I had just gone home from school, so I was extremely excited. And then the PSN servers exploded. So in the meantime, I played a game I had recently downloaded on a whim. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. This game quite literally saved me from going insane. I was so unbelievably bored that day. I had no one to talk to, my hamster died, and worst of all, I had a headache, so I didn't know what to do. But this game saved me from that Great Depression that lasted about 6 hours. I mean, look at this community post. I have receipts. It was a trying time. It originally looks like your standard fighting game, but it's different. The gameplay is so refined and the combo potential is off the charts. Of course, the game does have flaws. Like, I feel like the frame data needs some work because some characters have way better frames than others. Not to mention the story has like 3 scenes of actual dialogue and makes no sense whatsoever. That's a video for another day. But there was something different. I also love how they included different characters from different eras, but what I didn't like is the fact they put my guy Shiba behind a paywall. Wait a minute, who the heck is this? Lauren Shiba is Jaden Shiba's older sister.
One of the greatest and most attractive characters.
They also had a Street Fighter collab, which is pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not a gooner, so I don't really play Street Fighter. I'm still waiting for them to add Jeffy to Street Fighter 6. Not to mention the music is absolutely peak. You hear that? Sounds like a copyright strike. There's some other games, but I don't have any of those and they cost money. This was on PlayStation Plus. Thanks Sony, I will now buy Conquer 2. I forgot to mention this earlier, but they recently did a Power Rangers reunion on Netflix where they brought back the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It sounds amazing, but it was honestly really sad because a few of them passed away. The actors Twee Trang and Jason David Frank, who played Trini and Tommy in the show, the Yellow and Green Ranger, both sadly passed away. While it's important to miss these actors and people, it's also important to reminisce on their performances and who they were. Sadly, Trini never got to reprise her role, but Tommy ended up doing so in 2018's Power Rangers Ninja Storm Dimensions in Danger for the 25th anniversary, which was one of the greatest things to see live. The fact that they got all these Rangers together is absolutely remarkable. I hope that the Power Rangers brand continues to live on their legacy, and once a Ranger, always a Ranger. I think what makes Power Rangers so special to me is that it was able to keep my attention and keep me hooked for such a long period of time. I didn't watch it a ton, but like I said earlier, the formulaic pattern just kept me hooked. I mean, you watched this video almost all the way through, and this is my 3rd time writing this script, so I must be doing something right. But for real though, Power Rangers has had a ton of heart and love put into it, and we need another fighting game. Please. We also need Fortnite's.
First I go whip out the boat. No, I can't hit on no bricks. My life